Alrighty, this fat myth, let's get rid of it once and for all for good. And let's clear up a bunch of garbage. Simple question, cut straight to the chase, straight to the point, straight through all the crap in their gut and the mucous membrane. What system in the body does fat belong to and operate in? You know, people say cells and this and this and that. There isn't one. It's that simple. It's mucus overload in the mucous membrane. It's just that people are unable to perceive it because they've got a lot of gunk there. So there's no conductivity in these areas. It's just full of mucus. So you ask anyone who's big and they'll tell you they always have mucus coming out, and especially first thing in the morning in the nose. It's like blowing a bugle, and it's like an announcement. Like, can you get the picture yet? But because it connects to the large intestine, that we call it the ether element or the earth element. Obviously my mucous membrane is playing up with all the critters that are in there. So what's in mucus? There's all sorts of bucket loads of parasites, heavy metals, gunk, any sugars, anything we put in the body that doesn't, but is stored. So it's essentially stored toxicity. And this is why we always have the same, people they come up with the same stories all the time, the same excuses, over and over and over. Like, oh, I'm big boned. Oh, sorry, a skeleton has a very similar size. Doesn't change much. So it's obviously not that. Oh, I have this problem with this metabolism. Yeah, too lazy. Don't know how to eat. Might want to learn how to eat. This is the thing I notice with lots of people is we do it every day, many times a day, because people don't know how to fast. Well, how about we learn how to do it? Wouldn't that be helpful? Ayurvedic body types and dosha types are outstanding. It actually works because it's targeted for the body rather than the head. Dosha dogma. What else have we got? So, of course, you notice that anytime they might whinge, oh, I'm fat, it's a label they've placed upon themselves to be a victim and to be lazy. You know? They don't like doing cardio because why? You'll often see people who are of the kapha body types will go into cardio and oh no, I can't do that anymore. They had some sort of stored, triggered memory or response, and that a parasite was saying, oh, I'm going to die. And they just project it through all of their imbalance and make up a big deal about it. Say, oh, I'm going to die if I do cardio. Well, yeah, if you don't, you will, because it's stored toxicity is basically it's the cause of death. So if you don't face yourself on a regular basis, then you are going to die early, and the parasites are just going to eat the person alive. And especially in anyone who's morbidly obese. What's the word morbid mean? What does it mean to you? You know, generally means death, suicidal, depressed. But they're just not connected to it because they don't have they got a thyroid imbalance, so they're not connected to what's in the body until they get a shock, or they have to shock themselves. So they do it to themselves. Take full responsibility for yourself. And you'll notice that there's always this on the tongue. You can see it every time. There's a lot of tension down the bottom of the spine here. We all have it, but we all got a responsibility to fix it. Otherwise, we have a worm farm foundation. How can we be strong and confident and powerful, or even secure about ourselves, when we've got a worm farm foundation in a compost heap? Yeah. What do you think the thoughts are going to be like? And then what we co-create in our perception in our world are going to be like from a worm farm foundation in a compost heap. And all the creatures in the different environment, and all the little microbes and everything that happens in a compost heap. But that's what the foundation that people are sitting on. And of course, then they'll come up with stories or excuses for staying that way. Well, let's take full responsibility, shall we? If we don't detox, we die. And we die early. And we don't live very well. We live like some humble slaves, essentially, in this human farm. And we do it to ourselves. So how about we get some solar power and get some sun and the fire element in the solar plexus? All the citrus fruits, everything yellow and orange. And some fire in our lifestyle. Cayenne pepper is great. How about some cardio? Get some fire and pumping. And you'll find that you'll have a much more successful body and therefore life. Easy enough, right? Fire up the mucus and burn it.